Hey there. Have you ever spilled coffee on your favorite shirt right before a big day and somehow managed to just laugh it off? Well, buckle up, because today I'm going to let you in on a life-changing secret that I'll have you handling life's little messes with a smile. We're diving into how to never get angry or bothered by anyone, no matter what they throw at you. Picture this. You're about to learn a skill so powerful that even the most frustrating moments won't shake you. Let's jump right in and transform the way you deal with life's chaos, one calm step at a time. You know those people who seem to glide through life without a care in the world? The ones who never get mad no matter how crazy things get around them. They're like human versions of a peaceful lake, undisturbed by the storms. I used to think these folks were either born with some magical patience gene or had spent years meditating on a mountaintop. But here's the good news. You don't need to be a monk or escape to a remote island to achieve that kind of calm. Anyone, yes, even you, can learn how to never let anger or annoyance take over. And trust me, it's simpler than you might think. You won't need to change your entire life or spend thousands of dollars on fancy retreats. All it takes is a shift in how you see the world and a few practical tricks up your sleeve. Let's start with a scene we've all been in. You're driving down the road, minding your own business, when some reckless driver cuts you off. It's like they think they're auditioning for a high-speed movie chase. Your first instinct might be to slam on the horn, yell out the window, or let your blood boil as you imagine all the things you'd say to them. But hold on, let's try something different. What if, instead of getting worked up, you did absolutely nothing? That's right, just let it slide. Why? Because getting angry is like pouring hot sauce on your own meal and expecting the other person to feel the burn. Spoiler, they won't. That driver is probably already a few kilometers down the road, happily munching on a burger, while you're stuck in your car, fuming and raising your stress levels for no reason at all. Anger doesn't hurt them, it only hurts you. So why give them that power over your peace? Now let's take it to the workplace. Imagine your boss just snapped at you over something small, like a missed deadline or a tiny mistake. They went full-on rage mode, and you're left feeling attacked. What's your move? Do you storm out, vent to a coworker, or let it ruin your whole day? Here's a better way. Don't take it personally. Most of the time, when someone lashes out, it's not really about you. They're likely dealing with their own mess. Maybe they had a rough morning, or they're stressed about a project worth thousands of dollars. Think of it like a kid throwing a fit because their toy broke. It doesn't make sense, but it happens. Your boss's outburst is just their way of letting off steam, and you don't have to absorb it. Picture yourself as a shield, letting their words bounce right off. You can even smile and say to yourself, "This isn't my problem," and carry on with your day. What about when someone insults you? Let's say a random person calls you lazy or says something hurtful just to get under your skin. Your gut reaction might be to fire back or dwell on it for hours. But here's the first big secret to staying unbothered. Words only have power if you give it to them. If someone handed you a bag of trash on the street, would you take it home and keep it? Of course not. So why take their verbal trash and carry it around in your mind? Just say to yourself, "No thanks, I'm good," and let it go. It's like walking past a barking dog. You don't stop to argue with it, do you? You keep moving. That's the mindset we're building here. You get to choose what sticks and what doesn't. Now let's talk about the second secret to staying calm. Don't react, respond. There's a big difference between the two. Reacting is what happens in the heat of the moment, like when someone cuts in front of you in line at the store, and you instantly snap at them. It's quick, emotional, and often something you regret later. Responding, on the other hand, is a game changer. It's about pausing for just a second, taking a deep breath, and asking yourself, is this worth my energy? 9 times out of 10, you'll realize it's not. Imagine you're in a heated argument with a friend over something silly, like who forgot to take out the trash. Instead of shouting back, take a moment to breathe. Think about whether this argument will matter tomorrow, or even in a few hours. Chances are, it won't. By choosing to respond instead of react, you're taking control of your emotions rather than letting them control you. The third secret is all about perspective. Have you ever watched a dog chase its own tail? It's kind of funny, right? The dog runs in circles, putting in all this effort for nothing. That's what anger often looks like, wasted energy going nowhere. Instead of getting caught up in frustration, try stepping back and looking at the bigger picture. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? What about 5 months? Or even 5 days? Most of the time, the answer is a big fat no. Let's say someone spills juice on your new shirt at a party. You could get mad and let it ruin your night, or you can think, hey, it's just a shirt. I'll wash it later. Shifting your perspective helps you see that most things aren't as big of a deal as they seem in the moment. It's like standing on a hill and looking down at a tiny ant. Suddenly the problem doesn't look so huge anymore. Let me share a little story to drive this point home. Once upon a time, there was a farmer who owned a horse. One day, the horse ran away. His neighbors came over, shaking their heads, saying, "Oh, that's terrible news." The farmer just shrugged and said, "Maybe." The very next day, the horse returned, bringing 3 other wild horses with it. The neighbors were amazed and said, "Wow, that's fantastic." The farmer replied, "Maybe." A few days later, the farmer's son was riding one of the new horses when he fell off and broke his leg. The neighbor sighed, "That's awful." The farmer, calm as ever, said, "Maybe." Not long after, the army came through the village to draft young men for war, but they passed over the farmer's son because of his injury. The neighbors cheered, "That's incredible luck." And once again the farmer said, "Maybe." Do you see the pattern here? Nothing is inherently good or bad. It just is. How we label things shapes how we feel about them. If you can adopt this maybe mindset, you'll stop letting events control your emotions and start seeing life as a series of neutral moments. Now, let's move to the final secret, which might just be the most powerful of all. Become the observer. Here's what I mean by that. You are not your thoughts, and you are not your emotions. You're the person watching them, like someone sitting in the audience of a play. When anger or frustration pops up, don't get swept away by it. Instead, step back and observe it. Say to yourself, I'm feeling annoyed right now. That's interesting. By doing this, you create a little space between you and the emotion. And suddenly, it doesn't have as much power over you. It's like watching a storm from inside a cozy house. You can see the rain and thunder, but you're safe and dry. Life gets so much easier when you stop identifying with every little feeling and start observing them instead. The world can be a chaotic circus sometimes, full of drama and noise. But as the observer, you're just sitting in the stands, eating popcorn, and enjoying the show. Here's the bonus that comes with all of this. The less you react, the less people will try to mess with you. It's almost like a hidden superpower. Think about it. People often push your buttons just to get a reaction. Maybe it's a coworker who loves to criticize your work, or a family member who knows exactly how to annoy you. But if you stay calm and don't give them the response they're looking for, they'll eventually get bored and move on. It's like playing a game of chess and refusing to make a move. They can't win if you don't play. So the next time someone tries to ruin your vibe, whether it's a rude comment or a deliberate jab, just smile, nod, and think to yourself, this is just a test, and I'm going to pass with flying colors. You'll be amazed at how quickly they back off when they see they can't rattle you. Let's tie this all together with a real-world example. Imagine you're at a busy market, carrying a bag full of groceries. Someone bumps into you, and a few apples roll out onto the ground. They don't even apologize, just keep walking. A year ago, you might have yelled after them, or spent the next hour grumbling about rude people. But now, armed with these secrets, you do something different. First, you don't take it personally. Maybe they didn't even notice they bumped you. Second, you don't react by getting mad. Instead, you take a deep breath and decide it's not worth your energy. Third, you shift your perspective. Will this matter in 5 days? Probably not. And finally, you observe the irritation that pops up in your mind and let it pass like a cloud in the sky. You pick up your apples, smile to yourself, and keep walking. That's the power of staying unbothered. Now, let's think about how this applies to bigger challenges. Maybe you've got a neighbor who's always complaining about something. Your dog barks too much. Your grass is too long. You park 2 centimeters too close to their driveway. It's tempting to argue or let their constant nagging get to you. But apply these steps. Don't take their complaints as a personal attack. They might just be lonely or frustrated about something else in their life. Don't react by snapping back. Pause and choose a calm response, like saying, "Thanks for letting me know. I'll look into it." Shift your perspective by remembering that their opinion doesn't define you, and in the grand scheme of things, this is a tiny issue. Observe your annoyance without letting it take over, and you'll find that their words lose their sting. Over time, they might even stop bothering you because they see you're not an easy target for drama. I want to leave you with one last thought. Staying unbothered isn't about ignoring your feelings or pretending everything is fine. It's about choosing how you handle those feelings. It's about realizing that you have the power to decide what affects you and what doesn't. Life is going to throw challenges at you, whether it's a spilled drink, a rude comment, or a major setback. But with these tools, you can face them with a sense of calm and control. Imagine walking through life like you're wearing an invisible shield, where nothing can touch your peace unless you let it. That's the goal here, and it's absolutely within your reach. So, go out there and put this into practice. The next time something or someone tries to get under your skin, remember these steps. Don't take it personally. Don't react but respond. Shift your perspective and become the observer. Watch how your days start to feel lighter, how your stress melts away, and how even the most annoying people can't shake you. You've got this. And if this resonated with you, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more tips on living your best life, and share this with that one friend who seems to get mad at everything. Let's spread the calm, one person at a time.